Welcome to the 941 podcast. I'm your host, Appletech Video, and I'm joined here with the Rhino, Mr. R.
What's up?
And I'm joined here with Technotrend.
Yeah, I'm right here. What's up?
And I'm also joined here with our special guest, All I Talk Is Tech.
Hello.
And another special guest, iAppleTuber.
Yo, what's up?
So today we are unfortunately missing Bill, but he will be in the next episode.
Fortunately.
He is no longer with us.
So the topics today are MovieBox Pro and Sileo, and we'll probably bring up other stuff. We're going to start off with Sileo, so whoever wants to go first, you can go first.
So my thoughts on Sileo. So basically, I like the new logo. I don't really like the color scheme, which is green, no offense. But it would have been nice to have something closer to the Cydia, that we all know and love. But since I'm a jailbreak enthusiast, I think that it's a better option to have Sileo because, one, Cydia itself was nice and stuff for iOS 6 and 7, but I feel like it was never updated enough to be like iOS 11 or iOS 12 standards, I feel like it's been iOS 6 standards ever since it came out. Like, I know it's a lot to maintain. You got to maintain the payments, the service, everything, the online stuff, of course, and you also have to pay the people who are running it, of course. So I would say it's nice that Cydia is coming out, so you could put Cydia to rest. But at the same time, it's sad to see Cydia go because it was one of the most joys I have had on pirating and looking up tutorials on YouTube, which is basically what started my channel, which was how to get free movies with a tweak, how to download YouTube videos with a tweak. That's how it started out. And then after that, after I lost my jailbreak because I broke my phone, that's how I found Appletech videos and Boom's Hacks videos. So that's what basically got me into YouTube. I'd say jailbreaking and Cydia.
Dude, that was deep.
Thank you.
But also, to fix your issue with the color scheme, someone's probably going to make a jailbreak tweak, if you think about it, to fix that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because something else I want to mention is that Cydia didn't have the proper resolution for the iPhone 10. It was all distorted. So it's actually kind of crazy. It's because it wasn't up to date. Someone made a jailbreak tweak where it would fit the iPhone 10 screen properly. So, if they can do something as drastic as that, they can definitely change the color scheme. So, yeah.
That's true.
So I honestly didn't think Coolstar was going to release Sileo because this was 6 months ago, the announcement, and finally we're getting it. I thought it was one big troll. I didn't think it was coming. And we finally get it. There's not as much hype as there was back when it was first announced. It looks nice and all, but people just don't want to go from Uncovered to Electra. It's ridiculous. There's so many problems with Electra, whereas with Uncovered, there's just not that many issues with it. People rather have that because Cydia is what everybody remembers, is what everybody loves, and they don't want to move over to this service, even though it looks nicer. People are just not used to it, and I don't think Cydia is dead yet. It's probably gonna die in mid 2019, but currently it's not dead. So until it's absolutely dead, people just want to stick with the service that started it all. Once they're absolutely forced onto Sileo, they're gonna go over there, but for now they're just gonna stick to what they have.
Man, that's gonna be weird. When you install Tweak and not using Cydia.
Yeah,
man,
I know.
That's weird.
I just think that the style that Sileo has should be on Cydia. I feel like they should have made a new Cydia. They didn't have to call it Sileo. They could have just made a new Cydia, with that style, compatible for iOS 11. All that stuff. Because people want Cydia. They don't want a new app with a different name, different logo.
Well, actually, Sileo, I think the Latin root means to bring back to life or something like that. So there's actually
Okay, that was deep for no reason.
Yeah, I know. It was, it had something to do with bringing back something alive or something. It's pretty cool. There's a meaning behind it. But yeah, it is kind of weird using a different app.
ATV, you must remember as well, your idea is good, but if you want to have something so similar to Cydia, I think Cydia is already trademarked and copyrights. I don't think you can. I don't think you can completely copy or put Cydia version 2. I think if you do that, they're gonna get copyright and all that.
I guess I understand that.
But yeah, I also agree. The transition from Cydia to Sileo is very huge for me. I'm so used to Cydia, Techno mentioned, and then all of a sudden to change into something new. I don't even think I'm gonna jailbreak, to be honest. But I guess we'll find out when the new jailbreak for iOS 12 is out, and then we can see if Sileo is any good or not. But honestly, I still think Cydia is better, even though it's older. But I still prefer Cydia over all.
Hell yeah. You gotta trust the OGs.
Definitely better.
I don't know. I'm actually kind of open to Sileo, to be honest.
I don't hate
Oh, really?
Sileo like all these others do, but I mean, I don't. I rather Cydia still.
Yeah, it's just here's the deal. My experience on the electric jailbreak has been garbage, so I'm really okay for anything other than the electric jailbreak at this point.
Why is that?
The electric jailbreak, I have it on my iPhone 10. It's like so garbage. It destroyed like my iPhone battery. I can't download any more tweaks for some reason. It's like they deleted some file or like duplicated it. I don't know how to get rid of it. I need files that delete it, but I can't install files there unless it's signed. But it's just a pain in the butt.
Yeah, and I found something funny. You know the Thor jailbreak? I see AJ on Twitter talking about, getting the Thor jailbreak. I'm just thinking to myself, like, why would you want to get Thor jailbreak? I mean, first of all, it's a copy of Elektra. So, it's a copy, and second, Elektra's bad. Just go for Uncover. And he says that, he likes it better. He doesn't like the new update for Elektra, and he doesn't want to move over to Uncover because then he'll lose some of his tweaks and stuff like that. So I understand where he's coming from, but it's just like, why use Thor to begin with? It's a complete copy of, a really bad jailbreak.
So ATV, look, what you're saying is correct, but if you remember, the same transition from Pangu to Electro was not good. Because if you remember with Pangu, I remember back in like iOS 9 and iOS 10 when I made a few videos on jailbreaking. Maybe it might have been first jailbreaking.
I think it was Pangu, then Yalu, then Electra, right?
Yeah, exactly. I remember with Pangu when you needed your computer, it was like so trustworthy. First attempt works, you jailbreak, and I think it was untethered. I'm not sure. With this new ones where it's not completely untethered, and then every time you have to click on jailbreak, you restart your phone. I remember it crashed so many times on my iPhone 7 that I just had to get rid of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I think the same thing is going to happen with Cydia, where like people are going to go into transition into Sileo, and then they're not going to enjoy it, and then they're going to unjailbreak, and then they're going to complain as to why they unjailbreak. So with this jailbreak community, you can't always be happy. That's the issue. That's what I had to think about this.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've had too many bad experiences with jailbreaking, and I'm not saying jailbreaking's bad. I'm just saying I don't really feel like I need to jailbreak to get a good iOS experience. I'm fine with what I have, so that's why I don't jailbreak. I will cover jailbreak news, but I won't jailbreak myself. I just don't see a point in it. For me, there's not much need for it, so...
I think it's pretty cool that it's like they're finally actually living to their word. I would like to see how far it goes and see how long it lasts.
I hope it gets further than Installer 5, because you guys remember Installer 5. It was like an old thing back in the day, and then they tried to bring it back last year, but nothing has been heard from it.
I think the only time when Sileo is going to survive is if Cydia decides to completely shut off. Then people have no other options. It's either they go to Sileo or they don't have a jailbreak.
Yeah. You know what I found funny? There's this fake Sileo account going around, and they're actually like pretending to be. It's funny. It's really funny.
They're hilarious.
They say this joke, and then they're like, "Thanks for choosing Sileo."
So one of their tweets was, I think the day after Sileo released, it was blowing up and everything. Twitter was blowing up because they were getting a ton of traffic. So some guy made this fake account, and the first tweet they have is, "Wow, we just got our first user." Thanks for installing Sileo, Mom.
Oh my, that's funny.
Limb foul.
The whole account is just like garbage like that. It's funny. Like, Minecraft is better than Roblox. Thanks for choosing Sileo.
Oh, I saw that. That was trash.
Yeah, these guys are good.
Yeah, they're really getting pretty big, that account.
They have, the other day, they literally had like 12 followers. Now they're at 96. I'm considering
That's crazy.
I should make like a fake account.
Considering making an account?
Yeah, it's like a fake Twitter account.
Damn.
Oh.
But yeah, also one more thing I'm going to add about the Sileo is, if you remember with Cydia, it was like so well managed that like there was no fights within the like the community and everyone.
Yes.
But then with Sileo, we're not sure. Like maybe one single argument can cause the whole app to fail.
Oh,
well, that's the thing. The creator of the app, he always gets into fights with people. Cool
That's
stuff.
yeah, that's
smart stuff.
That's not
like,
good.
That sounds like drama. I'm not in for the drama.
You know
That's
how
the
like
thing,
the whole jailbreak community, like if something goes wrong, they like quit.
with someone who's always like causing arguments on Twitter or anywhere, like I don't think people will trust him as to when you jailbreak, you're basically trusting them on like you're basically giving them your device, everything to them.
Yeah.
So
True.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm like overjudging them. But honestly, I think Sileo is not gonna be as successful as Cydia. But we'll
It
find out.
definitely won't.
We'll find out.
It's just the only way it succeeds is if Cydia dies. And the problem is, the way Sark talks, it makes it sound like it will shut down eventually, but like it doesn't seem like it's gonna be shutting down, soon. I feel like mid 2019 is when it'll probably shut down. Because I don't know, it's hard to say anymore. Because he shut down the Cydia store, and that's not the end. But like people can't make purchases anymore. So I mean, it's hard to say anymore. Like
It's already
I don't know.
halfway there.
Yeah.
Man, it's just like so sad that Sork, he's just chilling now,
Yeah, and he
He's,
also
like,
is
kinda
not
done.
willing to work with Coolstar because of all the childish behavior from him.
I mean, I don't
That's
really
the thing.
blame him,
Telling
you
you.
know?
With Cydia, he was working on it alone, and he was successful. Now, if he wants to go onto some other's app, first of all, people are not gonna appreciate him because they're gonna tell him you're working with someone else. Second of all, he's like putting himself down with working with someone else. So honestly, I don't think he's ever gonna decide to join Celio and work with them.
I don't
You're
think
right,
so either,
right?
but the thing is, Uncover should create their own, Sileo or Cydia. They should create their own app installer because, so that's kind of the thing that is like, better about Electra. Electra's bad. People want to stay on Uncover still, but if they create their own app installer, literally there'll be zero reason to go over to Sileo with Electra,
So to top it off with the cherry, I think Sileo isn't exactly trusted right now because the people aren't exactly close to Sileo as they are to Cydia. Like when you see Cydia, you're already trusting them because you already know you're about to get help to get some free movies, some YouTube downloads, all these other tweaks, right? You're ready for that. But when you look at Sileo, you don't exactly get the same feeling because they don't put an effort to make people understand that they're trustworthy or that they're ready to be of service or something like that. With Cydia, it's already given because you can already see the years of work that they put into it. And, it did turn out well. Like as much as like we released a bad update, we're going to take care of it. Like, that they're going to do something about it. They're not just going to let you hang. And the issue is that people aren't exactly trusting in Sileo right now because Sileo is a brand new thing. And Cydia is like, it's a dad. And now they're going to pass the mantle on to Sileo. It's not exactly, it's not a steady handle because Cydia just dropped the purchases out of nowhere and just, left people hanging. So that's why I guess everyone's on edge about trusting us.
Yeah.
I think it's just gonna take time, really. I was gonna say, like, so far, I think they've left a pretty good impression. Like, they didn't take a while to develop it, but, like, they fixed a lot of features Cydia had. Like, they worked really hard to make the app, like, designed really well. And there's a lot of cool features it has. Like, I don't know if you guys knew this, but when you install a tweak, Cydia has, like, a black screen of, like, the text, like, loading and showing what's being installed and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't exit out of that until your phone was done, installing something, and then you had to respring. But now with Sileo, while an app is installing, you can close that and continue to look for other tweaks and stuff. It's really cool. Like, there's just a lot of weird things Cydia had that are now fixed. So I'm actually kind of like optimistic about this. I think it's an improvement, honestly. It is kind of weird to move away from the legacy of Cydia, but
I don't know.
sometimes
I'm
change
good
is
either
good.
way. I still like Cydia more, but I'm okay with Sileo coming in here. It doesn't matter. Like I'm not.
You're okay with change. 2019, new you, new.
I'm not like a Sileo hater. I don't mind, But I understand why people hate it. I hope that Cydia stays, and if it doesn't, then I hope that Sileo can make the people happy. Because if it doesn't, then the jailbreak community is not going to be the same ever again.
Would be kind of cool to see like other people or other developers, try to make a Cydia other than like Sileo too, So then you would have like, the more the merrier type thing, more options, like.
Well, that's what I was trying to say earlier. It'd be great if instead of them making Sileo, they just made like another Cydia, just an updated Cydia, because people are talking about something like that possibly coming, and maybe Uncover could do that since, Sileo is already a thing. And, if, I don't know, like, Cileo's in, like, a preview, like a beta right now. So, I mean, there's something could go wrong. You never know what could happen. I mean, that's the thing, like, others could come out and try other projects, but we haven't seen that much from other people, so.
I mean, yeah, it would be cool, though. I mean, to, like, have numerous people try to do it, you know?
Yeah. So next topic, we're going to talk about MovieBox Pro. So all this information has come out on MovieBox Pro. We talked about it last episode, but we got more information, and we just would like to talk to, of course, our guests today, see what they think on the whole situation. If anybody wants to get started on that, you guys can go right ahead.
Yeah. Let's get this shit started. Let's get this shit on the road. So basically,
What the fuck was that?
it was Tyrone, motherfucker. Don't disrespect.
Just sounded hilarious, though. Now, I remember when MovieBox Pro was in the test flight, but then, a little while after that, we, heard about, like, it was stealing people's IPs and the fucking VIP to watch it in VIP, and then you only get, then you legitimately could only watch it in 360, which that's fine, but why make a person pay to watch it in 720 and 1080 though?
Yeah, and here's the thing. The situation was very similar because the GTA Themes was talking about them stealing your information, don't log in with your Google account, all that stuff. And, other people are saying, oh, it's safe, oh, it's not safe. You don't know who to believe. But it was found out that Tutu actually made this. It's a very similar situation in S-Tool. So, it's not surprising because people were thinking about that. But finally, people were like, yeah, it's Tutu. Ignition and App Valley stated that. So, I'm not surprised. And there's a hacked version actually out now. This guy named Aladdin Cracks actually made it. And he's with App Valley, so App Valley has it on their service now. So now they're saying that it's 100% safe, it's been tested, but it's been made by Tutu app. It doesn't matter if you tested it, it looked clean. Anytime Tutu can make some changes and then it becomes unsafe. You never know.
Dude, it ain't safe.
Yeah,
they
honestly,
could say that, but that shit ain't safe, man.
It really isn't. I don't know. I don't know why App Valley and Ignition say it's safe. DTA Themes, Tweakbox, Emus for You, all of them, they don't think it's safe. I believe them. I don't think it's safe at all. But in my video, I said that,
they probably got a ton of downloads.
Yeah.
They filled with the ads. So, think about it. People thought it wasn't safe. Just less clicks.
That's...
I'm not using them anything,
Like in my video, I even said that it may or may not be safe, and I'd leave the decision to the viewers so they can decide if it's safe or not.
Even after, giving all that information out, it's you gotta wonder why people even still use that shit, though. Even though people know it's not safe and dangerous.
I feel like the reason why Ignition and a couple others are backing them up is basically because they're in cahoots. Now, this is gonna be a wild fan theory, but I feel like obviously the competitors, right? And in the iOS community, they take care of each other. I feel like in secret. So I feel like if they're gonna back each other up, that's whatever. But I'm not gonna tell my fans that a brand new MovieBox still don't know. There's no face to the actual producer besides Tutu app, the company. I feel like it's completely unsafe. For now, I would say do not trust it at all. There's plenty of other alternatives. Don't just fall for it. Now that App Valley decided to make it free because they said they patched it basically. They added a tweak to it which allows you to get the premium version free as long as you make an account, which is cool. But at the same time, we don't understand what information they're taking from us yet. So I would stay on the not touching it side. So GG.
Yeah, like I said, no matter how many people say it's safe, I don't trust it because, DTA Themes and all these other people are, making claims that it's not safe. There's a decent amount of people saying it's not safe. There's a decent amount of proof out there that it's not safe. You know how Tutu was in the past. It's just why trust them? It doesn't matter how safe it is. As long as it's made by Tutu, I'm not going to trust it.
Well, since, you don't really want to, trust it, so there's always, the alternatives of the movie App Store apps, and then, you got MediaBox HD, Coda Movies, which those are safe as far as I know. And the cool thing with MediaBox HD, the cool thing with MediaBox HD though is you can download the movies into the MediaBox HD app, but you can also upload them to the Files app as well, so you could basically pirate their movies in 2 different ways.
Wait, so you can like pirate their movies?
Yeah, you actually can pirate their movies.
What I think is it's like the same transition from the Celia to Sileo because MovieBox was taken down. Now people are trying to find like new methods of watching movies. Even though there's a lot more, as you guys mentioned, like Kodo Movies. It's basically Bobby Movie.
Yeah, they rebranded, and then Media Box is Playbox HD, but they also rebranded. But their app's actually nice now.
Yeah, both of them are good, but like the same thing. People don't know what to do, and then they just watch like some YouTubers who have big amounts of subscribers who have made videos on them, and then they think, okay, there you go, it's safe. But that's not how it always works. And also, you need to keep in mind that not a lot of people who watch YouTube videos or download these type of apps don't have Twitter. So they don't know if it's like true or if it's like fake, if it's like, I don't know, they take your information. They trust like the YouTuber who made the video and then they install it. We don't know if they take the app. Like, I don't know if they take the, your IP address or what, but if they say they do, then we can just say maybe they take them. I don't know. But to be honest,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I won't be surprised because there's been a lot of decent amount of information from Tutu that they have been stealing info. But to sum this up, what I think is people need to understand like there's so many better alternatives out there that they can use for now over this, where you have to also pay. I don't know why people are actually deciding to pay for something where you can watch so many websites, so many apps where you can watch movies for free. We've all made videos on them. Honestly, I think if people want to be foolish and use the app, then their choice. It's their phone, their choice, their life. But all that we can do is try to help them be safe. But yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. Just use Koto Movies, use Media Box. You know, maybe an app from the App Store if there's an app on the App Store that gives you free movies. No, I don't think MovieBox Pro is safe. Like, I just don't recommend it. Like, I understand the name and the similar look. You know, it makes people want to use it. But like I said last episode, the old MovieBox was more like a pro than this app. This is not even a pro. This app isn't as good as the old one. So, I mean, it's hard to say.
Honestly, one more thing. Since you were mentioning this, they've actually copied the name of MovieBox to the pro version. So if I was MovieBox, I would have definitely sued them because I'm pretty sure they should. I'm pretty sure they've copyrighted their name. Maybe they didn't.
I mean, but it wouldn't end well because they're all illegal. You know, they're all giving.
That's the thing. Yeah, movies. I don't know, man. It's all pirating. So if they can open a lawsuit. But if their name is copyrighted, they can actually sue them for big money.
Yeah, but at the same time, we can't exactly copyright someone giving out free movies. You know, kind of a big illegal thing. Yeah. It's like, hey, let me copyright my gang real quick. It's just like, no.
See, I'm over here stealing all these movies, but he took my name. Can I sue them, please?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not gonna hold up in court.
You gotta think about how much they could profit off of, like, suing them, though.
But like App Valley said, you know, Tutu app, they want money from every direction. They want it from Nestool to sell your information.
Hell yeah.
They want it from their paid, you know, the paid apps. But now they're trying to get money from the, you know, the VIP service that they're selling on the MovieBox Pro. What's next? A live TV method that they're trying to, you know, scam you out of money, you know, like they're trying to grab you all your money from all directions possible. They try to offer you a free service, offer you, you know, a VIP method or maybe not a VIP method. They're just stealing your data as you're using the application. You know, they're trying to take your money from all directions. It's just they're not a good, you know, in the beginning, when all of us were here trying to be cool with Tutu app, you know, because we made Tutu app. We
did, exactly.
I remember Boomhacks, AJ, they would talk to them, they'd send them maps, and Tutu would sign them, because they were new to this. They weren't, like, really, and then once, like, they got used to being in the community, and they understood everything, they, you know, they took things to the next level, they stopped being nice to the YouTubers, and now they're being scummy. So, like, they just basically used us, and now they're on to bigger things. Which, you know, of course people use App Valley more than Tutu now, because, you know, App Valley people realize is the better service, but...
And plus we make more videos on it.
Yeah. It just sucks that Tutu app got as big as it did, you know, because if we knew that it was as scummy as it was, we wouldn't be sharing it.
And plus, I kind of, like, don't feel comfortable, like, for any service out there, giving them, like, my credit card or PayPal or anything, like, just to get a but like a VIP service, it just seems kind of like sketchy. Like the stuff that
Yeah.
they're doing is already sketchy. Why would I give them like that info to pay for like a premium subscription? You know, it's kind of weird.
And really, why would you want to do that though? I mean, because
That's the thing that not everyone knows.
People take shit all the time, man. Like they could take that information though, so that's just stupid to begin with.
That's the
Like
thing,
if you're
though.
gonna risk that much, just get Netflix.
Yeah.
That's the thing though. People in my comment section, like of one of my videos, he said Nest Tool is safe because, and I'm not saying that he's dumb. I'm just saying he doesn't understand. He's not educated. He doesn't understand. He hasn't like seen the videos and he hasn't seen the tweets on Twitter about what's going on. He doesn't know Nest Tool is unsafe. People use these apps and they don't know what they're getting themselves into, but they're actually stealing your information and they're selling it so they can get more money because they want as much money as possible.
ATV, I don't think it's just they're like stupid or uneducated. I think
But they don't sell it to certain companies. They sell the information to anyone.
Yeah, but like as I mentioned, those people, a lot of people who usually use these type of apps or like paid apps or anything, are people who watch a certain YouTuber who they trust, and then they think, okay, since he made a video on it, they don't know what his intention was. They think, okay, since he made a video on, that app is definitely trustworthy, which is not true or may not be true. So I don't think it's just that they're uneducated. I think that they're just getting baited or they're just getting by a certain YouTuber, which I'm not going to mention.
I agree. I mean, that could be another reason. I mean, either that or they are uneducated. Like I was saying, there's many reasons of why they think it might be safe. Like it's, it could go either way.
Or sometimes they're like basically fans of those type of Tutu app, and they're like trying to always win giveaways and everything. So they're trying to always boost them up and say, yeah, this is the best. And also you mentioned me and you and All I Talk and Techno basically made Tutu app what it is today.
I have like tons of videos or like hundreds of thousands of views.
Funny thing is, I never made a Tutu app video because like the way back in like 2016 was like a good time for finding like paid apps or free methods. Me and a couple others were like finding methods like crazy. Like me and like 2-3 others were finding like a ton. And one of them actually found Tutu app, through these Chinese websites. And that's kind of how I found paid apps methods. That's how others found paid apps methods. I mean, that it's just, it's a different time back then. It's not like that nowadays.
It got popular Pokemon Go. I just remember that was like my first like Cydia like jailbreak alternative video. It was Pokemon Go. That thing blew up. So like
Pokemon Go,
the next day or like the day before, Tech Labs, you remember that he made his, and then everything on Pro credited him. Do you remember that?
That was the biggest scandal that happened. Yeah, that was
remember when that happened? Like, his channel blew up.
And he and then he stole credit from his fan, and then he passed it on to iTweaks, and then iTweaks credited Tech Labs.
So basically, shit with shit mixed together.
I didn't know about credit back then, so
Wow. I mean, now you do. So.
I credit you in my last video.
Hell yeah! Get hyped.
And that's the thing. Like, what was it last year? I made a video saying the city alts are becoming an issue because like there's too many. Like, even though Tutu app is scummy and all, like they, people were still stealing their links. They were stealing App Valley's links, Tweakbox links. They're making a city alt, and it's just pointless. We don't need all these extra alts. So a couple developers saw my video, shared it around, said we don't like it, and then they're an inspiration to smaller devs. So city alts died. So I'm like kind of the creation of the death of city alts, which is kind of funny. But this year,
well, thank you. Not all heroes wear capes.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, that's a deep quote.
But this year, things kind of changed. Like in the past 2-3 months, city alts have kind of resurfaced, but it's not like it used to be. Like all these city alts actually signed their apps. Lapis VIP came out; they signed their own apps. Top Store signs their own apps. There's one called Coconut X, which I actually don't know if they signed their own applications, but I've heard yes and no on both ends. But there's a problem I have with Coconut X, and I've made a video on them. They're like the newest service. Like, Top Store's been out for a month. Lapis VIP came out like a week later. Like, they're around the same, they came out around the same time. Coconut X came out like 2-3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I don't know. It's more recent than those Cydia alts, and they just keep tweeting at people saying for the most random things. They even tweet at Cydia alt saying, "Yeah, we got that app on our Cydia alt." Like they're going above and beyond sharing their Cydia alt. Like it's great to promote your service, but you're going above and beyond. Like I just don't like how they're like going above and beyond. It's and I know they may not be trying to be mean about it. They seem nice, like nice people, but like they're going above and beyond. It's like spam. It's really annoying people at this point.
The thing with Cydia alts back in the day, though, is they always used to steal stuff, though. So it's actually a good thing to see them actually signing their shit now.
Well,
that is good.
I mean, that is good, because I'm sure there's like one or two fake Cydia alts, like the ones that steal from others. I'm sure they're still out there, but it's just like, I can think of at least one or two.
The hacks for the iPhone was a fake one.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Disrespect.
I'm sorry.
Because the majority of them died in 2017. Nowadays, we're getting nothing but signed, Cydia alts with signed applications. I know there's like one or two that don't sign their apps, but still, it's like a new era. And like the Cydia alts trend is pretty much dead. It's like shortcuts is taking over now. That's what everyone's focused on. So I mean, and that's a good thing because there's more creativity with that. Like that's all creativity. You can't really steal as much.
Now we're seeing Cydia alts inside of shortcuts.
Well, that's cool. That's original.
There's gonna be like 40 of those videos in a row, though. I can sense it.
Yeah.
Like, there's gonna be a shortcut for Tweakbox. Yeah. Then there's gonna be a shortcut for App Value.
Tweakbox plus.
And you're gonna be the first one to upload about it.
Like literally, shortcuts. Tweak. Like, honestly, these shortcuts are really cool. Like, I mean, I know eventually, like, it could get repetitive. So Cydia alts were around for a long time, and I feel like, eventually shortcuts will become, repetitive, but I feel like it's going to last a lot longer than Cydia alts, because there's more creativity. You can do a lot more with it. It's going to last longer. It's going to be more fun to use. It's going to be more fun to make videos on, like, for us YouTubers. I feel like it's just gonna last longer. Plus, Apple can't take these down. Like, I mean, they don't really go out of their way to take these, down.
There's a shortcut that can steal your photos, and it can grab your location and send it to your email.
We hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of 941 Podcast. Unfortunately, like I said in the beginning, Bill did not show up, but he will be in the next episode. And if you are a YouTuber or a developer and you guys would like to guest star in a episode like this, then let us know on Twitter. Our DMs are open. You guys can message us. We can talk, and we could, get you in an episode in the future. We're actually going to be getting Angelo in the next episode. He used to be known as your iOS helper. He was a pretty good developer, and he's going to be on the next episode. We unfortunately couldn't get him in today's episode as we were trying to, but next episode he'll be here. So get excited for that. This is the end of today's episode of 941 Podcast. We'll see you guys next episode. See you guys next time.
Subscribe for more.